and no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Gonna run it. It's McPherson. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Washington wants to go quickly.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. This is a designed run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Well, look at this. Instead of trying to pen their opponent deep in their own territory, the offense stays on the field to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Gonna run it. It's McPherson. Picks up the first down, still moving. Wide open on the right. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And
talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Pierce. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out in the very next one?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air on first down. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. has to pass. Pressure coming. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Might be calling a hot route. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
With the catch, it's McPherson. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
He'll ride his man on the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Barmore. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Huskies!
And Reese, we know the fullback's job. He's in there to block consistently, so it's a nice job by the offense, slipping him out of the backfield, throwing him a bone. He catches it, does the rest, and gets into the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dunk. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts, Bill Musgrave, or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They go to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. The Ducks are rolling down the field. They'll give it to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Firing to the right, complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll move the wide receiver. Using his feet. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Now, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Looking to throw for it. Under fire. Makes the catch. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They have some time here late in the half. On the move. Oh, he's got a chance. Got the first down. Looking for more. Racing down the left side. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15.
Jackrabbit.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Facing a 3rd and long. On the option. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Got a little space. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The official says no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Come on, set.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. To work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Slithers into space. Spins away from the defense. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Looking for space. It's Nicholson. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcats.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Rides it and reads it. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And it's frustrating because you go into half, and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, you've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Here comes the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
And some room to work. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Huskies come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to go to the air on third and short. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Motion from the wideout. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Send the tight end in motion. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on first down. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. And the Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll move the tight end. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Pierce. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Pierce. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Oregon! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Goes to the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Caught behind the line. It's John. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
A lot of times the QB's going to drop back and try to make a big play, What's your safe option if nothing's there? Slip it to your running back, let him catch it, let him go get a first down for you.
Calls his own number. Breaks into the open. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Lets it fly. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Now on the move. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. Oh, he got loose. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a second and long. They just keep firing. Complete with conviction on the crosser. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Coming out with it, it's Everett. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Tight end now in motion. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. Running to Green. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. The Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quarterback keeps it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll sneak it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And the Huskies want to move quickly.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get them to the ground.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Everett. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Motion from the wide receiver. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover. And a terrific return on the fumble.
Man, that's crippling because offensively you had to do something with the football, make a play. You fumble the ball, put on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game over.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to fire. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
How about that back-to-back sack? You want to sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Now the play fake. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. They'll go to the ground. Touchdown, Washington! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops.
Take over. First and 10.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The DBs will back off a bit. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He wants a big play here late. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Brings up third down.
It is steeped in animosity and laced in bitterness, and in this one, it is crowned with victory for Washington as the Huskies take down the